Hello everyone. Today's video is essentially a series of questions that I saw in previous videos. The first one was of a video done by Mirth and Reverence. You should look up her channel. She is very insightful and has very good points for a lot of things. That's who I go to. I consider her as a weird type of mentor, considering we don't really know each other. But I go off of her videos, I guess. That video that I'm speaking of was called The Witch, the Body, and the Magic. The second one is about confidence. And the third one is about disability and the whole statement of, what if I can't? Okay, so the first one, obviously, she did because she based it off of sex. That's the videos she was seeing. The ones that, certain videos that said people over the age, only 18 and over type videos. Well, this isn't going to be one of those videos. Considering I'm not really into that, and I don't want to post videos like that. My niece, who's only 16, watches this. I do think sex is a form of magic, but I don't think it needs to be put into ritual or put into spells unless it's done for, like, marriage or something, or to conceive, if you absolutely have to. Now, as to whether or not anyone else would do this, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess they would. I just don't agree with the fact that it could be used as something like that. Sex is supposed to be magic, not some thing that is... Sorry, I'm having trouble talking today. I'm not having a good day. So, to me, sex is sacred. If you're willing to make videos out of it and use it in spells for this or that, or to even use it as a spell to manipulate somebody, it's no longer sacred, and it's no longer what it was intended to be. Sex is sacred. It doesn't matter how you do it. As long as both parties are willing and think it's something wonderful, then it is sacred. Don't ruin it. My next topic is the body, the witch, and the magic. I do think all three of those go in hand. As the first subject said something about sex, that could be considered body, or being in tune with your body. But that also counts as being in tune with your magic, or being in tune with yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're not in tune with yourself, and you're not in tune with your magic. To be in tune with yourself is to know yourself. And there's not really much anything else I can say for that. You must know yourself in order to be the way you want to be. If you haven't quite figured out what you want to be, or how you want to be in your life, or what you want to do with your life, or what your morals are, or any of that, anything that defines who you are as a person, or as a spiritual person, or as anything mental, physical, any of it, then you haven't really found your true self, and you need to work a little bit harder at finding it. But that also doesn't mean that you can't use magic. It just means that you technically haven't found yourself. That's basically all it means, at least to me. That's what it means to me. I currently do not know what I want to be or anything, so I use magic, but not as often because I'm afraid of the backlash if I choose the wrong thing or say the wrong thing. Now, as to whether or not that's for everybody, no, it couldn't be for just everybody, but I think that you should choose as to whether or not you want to do magic or know your true self at this current point in your life. But at some point in your life, you're going to want to know yourself, know your true self. My next topic is for disability and the whole statement of what if I can't. This is going to sound bad, but I think the whole statement of what if I can't is a cop-out excuse. Sorry, that's just my views on that. That's what I think it is. I think that even if you are disabled, you are unable to walk, or you have mental problems, or you have speaking problems, or anything, like an arm, leg, whatever, missing, you are still able, you know who you are still able, physically able, to do magic, and to have certain gifts, and to have this and that. Being disabled or any of that doesn't mean anything. Granted, you won't be able to have a certain job like you want, or a certain thing in physical life that you would like, but it doesn't really matter because in the witch's life, because you can do whatever you want. You don't have to be physically capable to do it, to do magic. And that's what I love about magic. It doesn't care who you are, or if you're stuck in a wheelchair, or if you're stuck anywhere, or without an arm or leg, or can't even speak correctly, or your brain's not all there. It doesn't care. It only cares that you're able to do it, and that you want to do it. That's what our gods only care about. If you're able to worship them, and to show them that you're devoted to your path, then it shouldn't matter if you're any of those things at all. So, the whole statement of what if I can't shouldn't matter and shouldn't be said in certain cases, because you're still able to do it. You don't have to do a whole elaborate ritual or do anything that involves you touching anything. All you have to do is sit there and send whatever energy you have out. And that right there is magic. Is magic all in itself. Or sit there and meditate. Or sit there and think and speak to your gods. You don't even have to do spells or magic to worship your gods, or to do this and that, or to communicate, or to even do anything. All it takes is speaking or thinking. Our gods hear us. And they don't expect as much from us, because that's not it's not what they do. They want us to want to worship them, to want to be with them, to any of that, to offer anything to them. If we don't want to do it, they're not going to be mad about it. They're not going to punish us for it. They're not going to condemn us to a version of hell like Christians believe that their God will do. So, essentially, it's up to what you want to do, not about whatever anyone else thinks, or how society thinks of you, or however anybody thinks of you. It's what you think you can do, or you know that you can do. It's not up to anybody else. It's only up to you, and what your body and what your mind can actually do for you. And magic takes no effort. That's why that's why Christians don't like it, because it's so without effort that you can almost, and I say almost, do anything. Keyword almost. Granted, there are some things you can't do. You can't bring back loved ones that have died. You can't bring back a lost arm or a lost leg, but still, magic is so effortless that's why everyone fears it, because they think that that's where your power comes from. The power actually comes from you, not the magic itself. It comes from what you want done with it. And that is why I say that statement does not fit, because it's not up to anyone else, or to magic, or to anyone of what you can and can't do. The limits that you set on yourself are set by you, not the universe, not magic, not the world. It's done by you. It can easily be undone, and you can do whatever you think that your body or your mind can handle. And that's what I think. I also think that while you are disabled, you're not any less of a person than anyone else. It's the same thing with gays and lesbians and anybody that has any issue of any kind. You are not any less of a person. If anyone says you are, they obviously have no idea what they're talking about. You are not any less of a person. There are still people out there who love you, who want you around, and want you to be in this world because they love you. If you were any less of a person, like people say that certain people are, nobody would want you around. But nobody can say that they don't have people that love them, because there's always somebody out there that loves somebody. Regardless of whether or not that person sees it or not, that's what the truth is. That's why you shouldn't set your standards so low. If you want to do something, do it. It's not up to anybody else as to whether or not you can do it. It's up to you. If you want to freaking have sex simply because you can and because you think it's great and it's all that, and simply because you think it's sacred like I do, then do it. Just be careful about it. Protection is never a bad idea. Birth control is never a bad idea. If you want to write a book, or make a movie, or make videos, or be more social, or speak out against abuse, or speak out against rape, or speak out about animal abuse, or politics and the problems with politics, or problems with the government, or problems with anything. It's not up to anybody else. Do it. Nobody cares. And if they do care, then their opinions don't matter. What you want to do with your life and how you want to do things in your life is only up to you. You're the one that has to live with it at the end of the day. It's not anyone else. It's not you. It's not me. It's not anyone else having any opinions that's going to matter. Opinions do not matter. If you want to do something, do it. If you want to make a spell and you want to make a spell to worship your gods, do it. Nobody's there to stop you. Be a witch. Do spells. Have fun with your life. Worship the gods you want to worship. Don't worry about the consequences, and don't worry about what someone else is going to think of you. At the end of the day, it's not up to them, it's up to you, and their opinions do not matter, and they are not your judge, and they are not your jury, and they are not the people that can condemn you. The only one that condemns you is yourself. So, that's where I'm going to end my video. 15 fucking minutes long. But I plan on making another video. It's been a while since I've made a video. So please stay tuned. I've been trying to get an apartment, and I'm currently as close as I'm going to be at getting one. So hopefully next time when I do a video, if it's not sooner, I will have an apartment and a new setting to make films out of. So blessed be, love and light, and I will see you guys next time.